Hey guys, I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to talk to you about the massive airdrop I'll be getting every month. Well, it's not that massive, but it is good for me. It may be massive for most people. So let's get right into it. But first, we need to get into a little bit of background. The Angel token, the airdrop from the Angel token is what I'll be talking about today. So what is the Angel token? It is the official token for the Angel Finance ecosystem right here. What's Angel Finance? It's basically, it says right here, Cardano DeFi investment project. But what explains it a little better is it's more like an investment club. So they have a group of traders and they go and they make trades on Cardano and then they pass those profits on to the holders of this Angel token right here. And that is passed along in the form of an airdrop. You just hold the token, and on the 15th of every single month, and they've done this for 17 months approximately, you get an airdrop. Now, that's how they started off, giving airdrops to people, right? The airdrops, when they started off, primarily came from their trading activities on Cardano. But most recently, in particular, last year when they acquired a platform called Levy Finance, the profits, the fees that are generated from this platform were also passed on to the Angel token holders in the form of an airdrop. Since then, however, probably more than 90% of the airdrops that people get as an Angel token holder come from Levy because they had to cease most of the trading activities, due to the increased cost of maintaining this and some issues they had last year with one developer. We don't need to get into that, but the point is, right now, the majority of the airdrop that you will get as an Angel token holder is from Levy Finance. Now, if you don't know what Levy Finance is, I'll give you a brief overview and a demo. Levy Finance, Levy.fi, if you're interested, is a lending and borrowing platform. You as a lender can earn interest by lending your ADA to another person. So in this case, it's known as a peer-to-peer lending. So basically you lend your ADA, in this case for an APY of 145% or 97% for SNEC or 102% for IAG. You'll earn that after the borrower pays you back within a 2-week loan term. Sometimes you can do for 30 days, but the liquidity for that isn't as high. So how does this work, right? So let's say you're a lender, you make sure usually in this case, I like to lend to tokens because at the moment it has the highest liquidity, but you can switch to toggle to NFTs if you prefer that. But for the purposes of this demo, we're going to go over tokens. Let's say you as a lender want to earn some interest on your ADA, on your idle ADA. Well, you'll switch the toggle to tokens. You'll pick the token you want to lend to. In this case, we're going to demo SNEC. You click lend. You type in whatever amount you want to lend. Let's say you have 1,000 spare ADA and you want to earn on that. On the top right here in the green numbers say the total you'll earn after the borrower pays you back. And this is based on 97% APY. So if you do the calculation, it'll be about 3% every 2 weeks because the duration is 14 days, which is 2 weeks, right? So once you set up the amount you want to lend, you'll go to the LTV, the loan offer. Usually I don't like to go higher than 80%, right? That's how you'll do that. For those who don't know, LTV is essentially what you're willing to buy the token, like the price you're willing to buy the token at if the borrower defaults. That's essentially the easiest way to explain it. Once you've chosen your LTV, you click lend and your loan will be dropped as a loan offer, and you'll see that in your pending loans page right here. Here it's pending. It means it's waiting for a borrower to pick it up, and that's pretty much it. Now, from the borrower side, if you want to borrow, let's say you have 1,000 ADA worth of SNEC, and you need to borrow some money out of that without selling your SNEC. It's very simple. You click on the borrow tab here. You choose SNEC, whatever you want. You click borrow. Supply. You click. You enter the amount of SNEC that you want to supply as collateral, and up here, according to this, so it says a failed to build transaction, but this, but that doesn't matter. For the purposes of this demo, I'm just going to show you. Like, I'm not actually going to do it, but I'm going to show you how it works, just visually. Let's say you have 8,000 ADA. Well, actually, no. Let's say you want to borrow that. So let's say you have like 1,000 ADA worth of SNEC, right? You enter however much SNEC you have that's equal to 1,000 ADA, and then just based on that 1,000 ADA, you'll be able to borrow up to 950 ADA from your 1,000 ADA worth of SNEC. And so after that, click whatever amount you have, and then click borrow, and that's pretty much it. Now, if I actually had SNEC in this wallet, it would show up as borrow, and it would happen instantly. But yeah, so that's pretty much how it works. Just wanted to show you that because that's where the majority of the ADA airdrops are coming from. It comes from the fees that are generated from lending and borrowing on Levy. Anyway, that's it for the brief introduction. On to the next part of the video, which is what I'll be using the airdrops for. And I have a number of options, so we're going to get into them. So again, just a brief overview. The Angel token is the official ecosystem token of Angel Finance. They trade, and then they pass those profits on to the holders of this Angel token right here. And also, they happen to be the owner of Levy Finance, and the fees that are generated from Levy Finance are also passed on to the holders of the Angel token in the form of an airdrop on the 15th of every month. And I think in about 10 days, I believe, actually in about less than 10 days, I'll be receiving that airdrop. Should be about 60 ADA for me because I hold about 2,400 tokens, and that calculation is based on how much I received last month with my 80 tokens. So yeah, so let's get into it. So with my approximately 60 to 70 ADA, what will I be doing? Okay, this will be useful for you. So if you do decide to get Angel token, you'll be apprised of the many options we have in Cardano. Okay, so you don't have to take that ADA out of Cardano, to make your ADA make more ADA, right? You can just keep it in here and know that we have a ton of options. The first and easiest option is to stake your ADA in a great stake pool. There's a number of them out there. I mean, the first stake pool that I ever staked to in Cardano was called Eden. It's a large multi-pool operator, but you probably want to support an independent stake pool operator. So I would recommend Pride or Joker or the Dutch stake pool. And if it's a lot of information, right? But yeah, Vesper, you go to Vesper and you can actually scroll to the right in rewards and you can search for some of the stake pools. Just go right here, browse pools, and it shows you a number that are featured on the top, as well as other ones down here. So you can take a look and pick your favorites. So yeah, so just stake ADA and chill is basically what you can do with your airdrop. I mean, it's the simplest option, right? The next option is to actually take the ADA that you receive and just buy more Angel token. I mean, this is a good option, right? If your airdrop is substantial enough. Like me, I'm expecting to receive between 60 and 70 ADA, probably more depending on the volume generated on Levy Finance. Depends, but in my case, it would kind of make sense because the fees are substantially less than the value of the tokens that I'll be buying, right? So yeah. Now, if the amount you're getting per month is too small, then it might not be a feasible option for you because you'll be spending more on fees than the value of the Angel token you're buying with the monthly ADA airdrop. So that might not be an option for you. In this case, maybe you can just wait until you accumulate 200 ADA and onto the next option, lend on Levy. So in my case, I could wait maybe 3 to 4 months to accumulate 200 ADA and start lending that 200 ADA on Levy. The reason I say that is because the minimum to partake on Levy is 200 ADA. So as a lender, and it even says right here, the minimum is at 200 ADA, and that's due to UTXO issues and fees, right? If it's less than 200 ADA, then the fees will eat into the profit that you'll make. And actually demo that right here. So you'll earn a total of 7 ADA, and that doesn't include fees. So that's something to consider. You would have to wait. So that's why the minimum is there. Now, I could do that. I could wait a few months, or if I'm impatient, I can move on to the next option, and that is to buy and stake the Strike token. Let's look at what's going on with the Strike token, because I bought about 1,000 ADA worth of Strike a few weeks ago, and since then it's been up and I've been staking it ever since, and I've gotten like 8 ADA worth of staking rewards or something like that. But Strike token has a very similar model to the Angel token. They do revenue share. So me, right? I could take the 60 ADA I earn per month from the Angel token airdrop, and I could buy Strike. It would buy me about 23 Strike tokens. So it's not bad. And then I could take those Strike tokens and stake it right here. As you can see, since I've staked my 587, I've earned approximately 5.5 ADA. Actually, no, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've earned approximately, actually over 8 ADA, so it's not bad. I'm actually going to consider this. I might not do it only because, like, I don't know, I don't want to expose myself to too much risk, but it is an option, nonetheless. So just keep that in mind. You could also deposit liquidity for ADA perps, right? So in this case, Strike Finance gives you the option to deposit liquidity for those who want to trade perpetuals on Strike Finance. The only caveat here is that it requires a minimum of 10K ADA. So unless your airdrop is really substantial from the Angel token, this probably won't apply to you. There's probably only a few people that this may apply to. That being said, they did say that they were going to reduce that minimum in the future. I'm not sure when, so this is definitely not an option for me, but maybe it is for you. I don't know how much you have. And the last option, I think, it's another option that I might consider strongly myself, is to buy the Min token from the biggest DEX on Cardano called MinSwap DEX, and I'm going to show you right here. MinSwap.org staking. Now, just a brief overview. The Min token is the official token of the MinSwap DEX. If you buy Min and you stake it here on their platform, you get a share of the trading fees that their DEX generates. In this case, you'll get 9.6% APR. 9.3% of that is in ADA, and 0.3% of that is in their own token, Min. That's only if you lock it up for 9 months. If that's not your speed, you can just choose the flexible option. It's a lot less APR, but if you like more control over your funds, then this is a good option for you. I have considered this too as well because MinSwap is the largest DEX on Cardano, and they do the vast majority of the volume. I think like 80% for a while now. And so if I stake here, then I'll be getting a portion of all the volume that is generated on Cardano. So it is a decent option. MinSwap has a long track record. They are the biggest DEX. They've been around for a while, so it is not horrible. I'll definitely think on this, before I pull the trigger. But that's pretty much it. Those are pretty much all your options. Now, I want to mention something pretty cool about MinSwap is that if you have any of the liquidity pools here, and if you're in any one of the farms, you're actually earning Min already without having to buy it. Essentially, it's like free Min almost. You can simply take this Min and you can go to the staking platform and stake it. Like free money, why not? Almost free, almost. But yeah, but like otherwise, if you're not already sort of tapped into the many farms they have, you should probably take a look to see if there's any good opportunities for you. I mean, we have many decent APRs. The best APR I found for stablecoin pools was actually one of these, the USDC IUSD stablecoin pool, and they actually have like a quadruple farm. So you might consider that if you're not into the volatility of token pairs and would rather provide and earn passively from stables, in particular stable pools. That's pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to give you a brief overview on what I'll be doing with the Angel token airdrop, and B, the many options that are available to me and you on Cardano to earn more yield from your ADA airdrops. I'd rather just people use the ADA inside the ecosystem as opposed to taking it out. Get your ADA to earn more ADA is pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions. and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.